Hey everyone, hi out there. I'm John David West. Welcome to Theater for the New City's live online production of The Statement by Claude Solnik and directed by J.D. Glickman. Thank you so much for being here. While we're closed and we're still trying to keep theater alive, and we're doing it. And I'm so grateful to Claude and his director, J.D. Glickman, and it's an extraordinary cast for sharing their time and work with us this evening. So it's going to be a really good show. I'm really excited. So thank you for joining us from your homes in New York City and out in the rest of the country. And that hi to my mom in Indiana, she's watching. So I just want to say quickly, tonight's play is really important. So I wanted to just sort of, shout out that racism exists and hate has no place at Theater for the New City or New York City or this country or this world. So let's take a moment and reflect on this history and educate ourselves and try to remember that our vote can affect change. And let's continue to take action, remain vigilant in the months ahead and the years ahead. It's going to take years, and ensure that there is equity and true, real justice for everyone. And so I don't know, July 4th is coming up, so maybe we could set some time aside to reflect. Maybe you could, I don't know, use your timer on your phone and set it for 8 minutes and 46 seconds and sit with that silence and reflect. So thanks. So next week we have another reading. July 9th at 7 p.m. we have Cafe Resistance, and that's written by Robert Monticello and Monticello, my apologies, and it's directed by Lissa Moira. And this summer, as every summer at Theater for New City, we have our annual street theater production. This year it's called Liberty or Just Us, a city park story. It's written by Crystal Field, and the music is composed by Joseph Vernon Banks, and that starts August the 1st through September the 13th. Maybe it's going to be on the streets, maybe not, maybe online, probably online. So keep coming back to theaterforthenewcity.net to just find out where it's going to be. And finally, guys, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who's donated over the past few months. It's really helpful, and I just want to ask you if you can donate to your small theaters, and just go to theaterforthenewcity.net and give what you can. I know it's really difficult for everybody, but any little bit helps. It really, really helps. And again, thank you everyone for your help. All right, that's it. So now, welcome to The Statement.
Agenda item 1. How are Zoom rehearsals going with Rent?
Well,
Someone says, well, it never means things are going well.
Well, we still have certain people whose batteries die in the middle of rehearsal, things like that.
Can't discharge.
You think so?
Zoom is not ideal for theater.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool. I mean, it's like a constant close-up.
Yeah, we can see each other. It's like we've always been invisible.
We're figuring things out.
Click on a virtual background, you got a set.
Yeah, you can't blame traffic if you're late, I'll tell you that.
No, you blame the internet highway.
Look, I think we're in a pretty good place.
Okay, so glad to hear that Rent is moving along. Next on the agenda is the upcoming season.
Well, so do we have suggestions for opening the season?
I thought we could do network.
Hell no, I can't take it anymore.
That's not the line.
Well, it's basically the line.
No, it's I'm as mad as hell and I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Yes, that's
like
the
our
line.
national anthem today.
Ugh.
White rage.
Maybe that's not the right show right now.
Well, how about naming the last play we've done by an African-American writer?
We did Raisin in the Sun.
Right. Maybe it's time we did more plays by like brothers and sisters.
Hey. A majority of our shows have had racially diverse casts.
Like Rent.
Guys and Dolls, Memphis.
And Suzanne brings a touch of diversity to the board.
Oh, what? No. Don't put the burden of doing the right thing on me, please.
Okay. So how about everybody email me your suggestions for the next season?
Well, we could ask our email list.
Yeah, wonder what Julius Romer would suggest.
Sure, and he seems to like whatever we do.
Well, it's nice to have people who appreciate your work.
So, how are we all feeling about making a statement as a theater about what happened to George Floyd? Because I think we should make that statement in solidarity with Black Lives Matter.
The statement is on the agenda. Shall we move on to that?
Well, yes. I mean, the statement is great, but I mean, what's that really going to change?
I'm sorry, but you're really going to debate whether to issue a statement?
No, I'm just saying, who are we to think?
8 minutes and 46 seconds changed everything. But look around. Nothing's changed.
Excuse me, but they're firing rubber bullets. Now, I don't remember reading about that. That changed.
Well, that's why the statement is on the agenda.
Yes, so there is a need for change, and this statement is going to be a way to endorse that need for change, to take a tragedy and turn it into a positive, or to turn an opportunity like this grain of sand and turn it into a pearl once and for all.
No, Daryl, I understand you, but you can't. He was murdered in cold blood, and nobody can turn what happened into something good.
I concur.
You always agree with Suzanne.
Look, people, they outright used tear gas against protesters last night in DC, for Christ's
It
sake.
wasn't tear gas.
Whatever it was
Pepper spray.
semantics, whatever stuff that fucks you up.
Who cares if it was tear gas or pepper spray?
I'm just saying factually, there was no tear gas used.
Good. Feel better? Look, did anyone see George Floyd's daughter saying that her father changed the world? Now, I mean, this is serious.
And it's up to us to make her right.
Dramatic times going on.
Children are getting caught up in this whole thing, and it's not good.
Mean George Floyd?
You really have no idea
Of?
what it's like to be young and Black today.
For you?
Look, I'm going to tell you something. Right before this whole pandemic thing, my son had a soccer game, right? He was playing hard, aggressive. I was really proud of him. And after some play, the referee, very nice woman, by the way, she pulled him off to the side and said he was being wild, that he should be careful before he hurt someone. And she put him in time out in front of his teammates.
And what did he do?
Cried. He was just playing the game. Wild? I mean, he wasn't playing any different than any other player. He was just trying to win. And then so what? White children can be aggressive and Black children wild? It's not cool. It's not easy being a Black boy in America. Never was.
Which is why society, theaters, and companies have to make a strong statement that this shit has to stop now.
Language.
Amy, enough with the language. We're not the Book of Mormon here.
You can't sanitize.
Whatever. This shit has to stop.
It had to stop 400 years ago.
Look, I marched for racial equality when I was a kid.
Well, that hasn't mattered as much as we thought, has it?
Right.
Well, I guess that's saying something, but
Look,
it's just...
I marched too, and I'm proud I did. I mean, Jews and Blacks, we've always been so...
Oh, no, please.
All right, guys. I mean, let's chill out.
Yeah.
If we make a statement, what are we going to say?
All right. What are other groups doing?
So the Writers Guild is taking a strong stand.
And that is?
Well, Bobby Kennedy met with Black artists and activists back in 1960.
Oh, they're staying up to date.
As the brutal murder of George Floyd by Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin is the latest atrocity in a history of oppression spanning 400 years. Rage has become the only rational response. Now, as Hansberry said to Kennedy, we would like from you a moral commitment. We call on every American to make a personal commitment to immediate change.
Well, so they're calling on other people to make changes.
No, they're not. They're not. They're calling on people to make a personal commitment. I mean, what the hell is that?
Words, words, words.
You know they are a writers group, yes?
Hey, listen, it's a good idea to weigh in with something strong. I mean, people are always telling actors to shut up and act. Stick to the script. Why not write the script? Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you.
We need some moving modern day Shakespearean soliloquies, Facebook friends, tweeters, countrymen, log in right here. We come to bury Caesar, not to piss, etc., something along those lines.
Look, folks, okay? As your lawyer, I'm going to advise you to be very careful here. Before you wade into issues, I don't have to tell you that emotions are running high.
And that's why it's the feeling here that we're going to say something.
I agree.
No, so do I. But let's face it, we're a little theater group. What are we going to say that's really going to make any kind of a difference?
Larry, people are keeping track of groups that are staying silent. It's bottom line.
Raise your hand if you think we should issue a statement regarding George Floyd's murder and other recent events.
Raise your virtual hand or your real hand or the virtual hand on this Zoom.
I think we'll leave that up to you.
Fuck the Zoom. I'm no good at computers anyway.
The ayes have it.
Okay. So, and I'm on board. But I think theaters have to be careful before we start telling the world what to do.
Theater is the conscience of this country.
It's a shame more people don't go to the theater.
So who's going to write it?
I could do it.
I can write up the statement for the board to consider.
Get cracking.
No. Guys, I know that I can do it.
I said I've got it.
Darryl, Larry's good with words.
Too many people are.
Tell me about it.
I found one group whose name shall go unmentioned. I don't think they've done a single show with a black actor, but they issued a very high-minded statement and people are praising them, but they're the worst offender.
Yeah, and now they'll get a pass.
I'm just saying these statements can be instead of change.
Or they can be a step in the right direction.
Kind of being a negative Nancy, Larry.
No, I'm just saying we need to be ready to reopen.
As long as things are moving along with rent, we're cool.
Well, I mean, I thought maybe we could leave an empty seat in the theater, maybe, to remember people we lost to COVID.
If I'm not mistaken, is it not kind of like a sin to leave an empty seat in the theater?
I think it's something worth looking into. Jelani, hi. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, all.
Jelani,
Hello.
my man!
My fellow thespian, greetings.
How's it going out there? I mean, you're staying busy, I'm sure.
Broadway's closed.
Nice to have a special visit from an alumnus.
Well, I heard you have a project.
I've got a big show on hold, so I'm working on a one-man show.
Oh, nice. What's it about?
An hour 20.
Ah,
It's about Jack Johnson, the heavyweight champ.
Oh, that's nice. Cool.
Thanks for inviting me back. So what's up?
Well, we've just voted to issue a statement about what's going on.
And we appreciate you coming back to talk with us.
I've still got some friends in the group.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I hope you have some good memories from here.
Amy, let the man speak.
leading the witness.
We just thought with everything going on, it'd be a really good time to hear from you. You know, someone who made the leap.
That I did.
So talk to us. What do we do right? What do we do wrong?
You want the truth, or you want me to sugarcoat it?
Yeah, sugarcoat it.
Go ahead and sugarcoat.
Maybe tell us the truth with a little bit of sugar.
So you remember Mia in Dreamgirls?
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, she was great, but if you notice, she wasn't black.
Okay, but I mean, we cast a wonderful black actress in the role. She booked a paying job. She left us a bit in the lurch.
Hold on, Bards. She went above and beyond her job, even as an actor, when she left. She gave you at least 5 other black women capable of doing the role. You cast a non-black Latina.
She was a wonderful performer.
And she did the work very well.
Guys,
Yes, this actress could sing, and yes, she could act, but I'll say it again, she wasn't black. You all know that there aren't many good roles designed for black actors and actresses. You took the lead and cast someone who was not black.
She wasn't white.
Initially, I thought sis was black. I gave you and her and CFCT the benefit of the doubt, but she wasn't. Mia is a role that specifically calls for a black character in a specifically black show, telling black stories specifically.
Well, you know what, Jelani, you should have raised the issue at the time.
I really regret not doing so. I felt anxious about opening my mouth. I was still doing all sorts of shows here. How would this be perceived? Will I receive retaliation? How's this theater going to handle what I have to say?
Wait. You were afraid?
Who's a nothing actor to be telling a director what to do?
Come on, you weren't even at the auditions anyway.
The question is, why was she even auditioning?
Look, I'm sorry, but I mean, did you have this kind of problem with other shows like Memphis?
No, Memphis was a good experience.
There you go.
There you go.
But then you guys go ahead and cast the same Latina actress as the lead in Aida as the Nubian princess. I'm just curious, what happened when Black actresses brought that to your attention? I mean, the audacity, truly.
Look, these are specific casting decisions.
I'm asking you, what did you tell the actresses who raised their concerns? You told them to mind their business because they didn't know what went on in the audition room, correct?
Excuse me?
Barnes, really. I found out she was there because you asked her to audition. When someone called that to your attention, you reacted as if the actors had somehow insulted you. Meanwhile, the cast was majority white.
We had to cast all the roles. I cast based on auditions, okay? Period. End of story.
The majority of casts have been out there doing the work in the name of BLM. I can't speak for all of them, but I don't think most of them auditioned for that show.
So you were personally offended?
A person I trusted and respected figuratively spat in our faces.
I didn't spit in anybody's face. Now, please, Jelani, don't start going down.
Please? Oh, no. This is very interesting news we have going on in here. Go on, Jelani.
No, wait. We didn't get enough African Americans at auditions.
So what happened at that show? As artistic director, you usually drop by. After people complained, the friendly hellos, how are you, and conversations stopped. You disappeared and the visit came.
What visit?
After weeks of being made to feel invisible, after opening the show and being on the second or third weekend, did you not arrive one evening in the dressing room with your VIP visitors? You showed up with your usual ear-to-ear smile, your face beaming with glee. Then you had a gentle, enthusiastic tone. You showed your peeps around. Then you did your white guy strut kind of thing over to the group, praising this cast that you had totally ignored and showing an abundance of attention and admiration. It was so obvious, Barnes. Now, look, I get it being personable and present, but really?
So when I don't go, you're upset, and then you get upset when I do go?
Well,
I didn't know you felt that way.
well, now you do.
Well, these were specific situations.
I'm not finished.
Oh, no, what now?
Then there was Ragtime.
Yeah, what? Ragtime was a huge success.
Hello? With the same Latina actress as the lead. When some actresses raised their concerns and said that they might quit the show, what happened?
Hey, look, Jelani, I'm sorry, but you know what?
What, Barnes? Barnes, you said that we didn't look out for little Black girls and boys so that they could see us on the stage and be able to inspire to chase their dreams.
I was urging everybody to speak up. I wasn't chastising anyone.
I don't think any of us realize the extent of the concerns.
We signed no contracts to perform, received no payments for acting, singing, dancing, never got on a soapbox to demean, desecrate, or attack anyone, like in some instances had been done to us.
I don't think any of us deliberately offended or demeaned any of the cast.
You want to know how many times I thought about walking out, quitting?
Right. But look at you, Jelani. You hung in there and you made it to Broadway.
That I did.
And you are welcome.
Really?
I respect you for speaking up.
I know a lot of other Black actors that feel this way.
We never wanted you or anyone, not to feel appreciated.
Apparently we fell short. Fuck.
When you see George Floyd on the ground, what do you see? You feel so sorry for that brother. You feel terrible. Folks, I look a little bit longer, and you know what I see? I see my brother, I see my father, I see me. I'm on the ground there. I'm George Floyd, I'm Eric Garner, I'm Trayvon, I'm Philando Castillo, I'm Ahmaud Arbery.
It's a tragedy.
This thing wasn't a tragedy. This thing wasn't police brutality. This thing wasn't a murder. This thing was a lynching.
And they caught it on camera and showed it all over the world on TV. And then this country should be ashamed of itself. Really.
People bang their pots and pans every night at 7 to show that they appreciate the healthcare workers. I'm out there banging my pots and pans away with them, but after that, every night I sit silent for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. I've had police point a gun at me. I challenge you to find any Black male over the age of 15 who hasn't had a cop point a gun at his head. Fuck, I was harassed and nearly arrested for turning right on red when it wasn't allowed. I was fucking handcuffed last night with zip ties and pushed face down on the pavement. You know what? They rolled me over like I was some dead deer ready for slaughter. They didn't see a Broadway actor. They didn't see, they saw a Black guy, a criminal breaking a curfew, and they left those zip ties on for hours. Was it torture? No, but it was wrong. People have been asking me about the marks on my wrists. I protest because I feel powerless, and these cops, the government, they come and take your arms and then try to make you feel more powerless. But I'm going to tell you, we have power. I'm not going to let them take that away from me.
Be careful.
Be courageous.
Not a lot has changed since the Edmund Pettus Bridge, now has it?
No, you're still trying to cross that bridge.
Which bridge?
The Edmund Pettus Bridge is a big ass metal bridge across the Alabama River in Selma, named after a Confederate general.
Wait a minute, they actually named a bridge after a Confederate.
Probably more than one.
The man was elected to the United States Senate, and they honored him with a 250-foot-long bridge.
And what kind of message does that send?
Civil rights demonstrators tried to march across that bridge. Police attacked them with tear gas and beat them up with billy clubs. The result is that the bridge was bathed in the blood of Black women and Black men. Bloody Sunday. You want to know what happens then? The marchers come back and try to cross the bridge again.
Look what's happening to protesters today. Nothing's changed.
You know why I became an actor? I watched Denzel, and I decided I want to do that. I respected him. Get rich? Whatever. I wanted to be respected.
And it worked.
Did it?
We're trying to do better and be better.
I just want my fellow Black performers to have a safe space where they can be themselves already.
We want that too.
I said my piece.
Thank you, Jelani.
Look, I'm not angry. I'm just passionate.
It's all right to be angry.
I know. Peace.
Whoa.
Oh, he sounded a little bitter. I thought he'd be grateful.
Barnes, he doesn't owe us or anyone any gratitude. We didn't pay him for the shows.
But no one got paid for shit.
Yeah, but we've done more shows with Black
I agree
performers than
with
any of the
Suzanne.
local groups.
Suzanne's right.
Hello, we asked him to come here. Now he criticizes and it's not cool. That's not cool. I am telling you all, silence is not the
I know,
answer.
but I just wish people would give us credit for what we do right as well as criticizing us.
Well, I'd like to respectfully request that we not only allow, but welcome Jelani and whomever else wishes to speak out to come here and voice their critiques or compliments.
Yes.
Totally.
And we need to accept accountability and reflect on how we can do better in the future.
Look, I understand that people are angry.
No, you don't understand.
Why don't I? Suzanne? Because I'm...
No, don't be saying white, Barnes. No, because you're not angry.
Oh, I am.
Then, okay, then how about shout? Get the fuck off my neck. Imagine that you or George Floyd shouting for someone to save your life. Go on, go ahead.
I can't.
We're a theater company, for fuck's sakes. Get the fuck off of my neck!
You've got to learn the art of being angry, not just with your voice, your lungs, every atom in your body. You've got to understand in this age, anger is necessary.
Yes. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Get the fuck off of my neck!
Great. I'm sorry, I just can't be angry on cue like that.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Wait. What if I said, you're a director because you never could act, that the directors are all just failed actors, that there are those who can act and that there are those who can't.
Oh, just like an
And-
actor.
Directors are actors who gave up, Barnes.
Would you just get the fuck off my back? Get the fuck off my neck!
Very good.
Have you guys been outside? What a beautiful day. Makes you forget how it feels to be locked up all this time.
Yes, I am so excited. We've decided to install an inflatable hot tub.
Inflatable what?
You know, a hot tub. At Walmart, they're selling out. I mean, we were going to go to the Outer Banks, but instead we're turning this into our staycation. I can't wait to jump in that thing.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Our little pandemic paradise. So, should we wait for Larry?
No. Let's get started.
Burp.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
We thought it might be nice to do our next season on the space station.
Oh, yeah, Spurb, do you agree?
Yeah, wonderful.
Hello. Suzanne just suggested that we do our next season in outer space, and you like the idea.
Come on, if this coronavirus doesn't go away, that might actually be the future.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't get much sleep last night.
I mean, with everything going
I'm a little
on,
upset.
I get it.
I lost a good friend yesterday.
Oh, no.
One wonderful actor. We did Richard II together. I can't believe it, damn it. He had a telehealth visit about a week ago. Told me he was worried. I said, not to worry, just hang in there. The following Wednesday, he went on a ventilator. He passed away yesterday.
I am sorry, Spur.
Sorry, Spurb.
Sorry, Spurb.
I'm sorry, Spurber, but sorry. Okay, shall we get to the agenda?
Yeah,
Well, we can't really get to official business without Larry.
it doesn't get much more official than him, huh?
Well, especially since he's the one working on the statement.
Still think we should collaborate on it.
Look, we can all go over it and put in our 2 cents.
Well, is anybody up to anything?
Well, we lost one performer from Rent to the pandemic.
Oh, no.
No, not that. She's a nurse. She's been working long hours. She was tired, but she's okay. She's fine. I cast Maddie Burke by invitation.
My son Leon and I went to a protest.
Oh, which one'd you hit?
Manhattan Bridge. It was crowded. I mean, packed with protesters, bicycles, skateboards, cardboard boxes turned into signs, and police were shouting mayor's curfew and stopping us from marching into Manhattan. And people were honking their horns to show support. And then all of a sudden, we're finding out we can't get into Manhattan or back to Brooklyn.
What?
Yeah. The organizers put the white protesters in front near the barricades, and they used the bikes like some kind of wall. Then the organizers made this announcement. They're going to let us through. It didn't happen. I mean, if we kept going forward, there was going to be a major riot. And I don't know what happened, but we got out of there, and it was scary. And, you know, I have to say, I think the police wanted it that way.
Is your son all right?
He's furious, but he's fine.
Hey,
Look who it is.
Welcome to the Edmund Pettus Bridge.
Oh,
what?
Nothing.
We're stuck on the bridge waiting to get to the other side.
Um, we have a problem.
You preaching to the choir, baby.
Oh, what is it?
I wrote a post. I thought it was passionate.
Thought?
Would you write?
What'd you write, Larry?
I said, at CFCT, we do not tolerate racism, bullying, or violence of any kind. We believe in the dignity of every human being is inviolable, and the commitment to justice for the common good is necessary. We pride ourselves on being a safe place where ideas are exchanged respectfully and freely.
Ah,
Sounds good.
Nice.
there's more, right?
We in no way condone the apparent murder of George Floyd.
Apparent murder?
Rude.
What the?
Are you kidding me?
Oh, we're fucked.
Look, I'm a lawyer, and until there's a verdict, everything is apparent.
What?
I wrote it without thinking.
We have to change that word or we're going to get crushed.
Just change it, Larry.
It's too late.
What do you mean it's too late?
It got posted on our Facebook page.
When? How?
I don't know. It went up about 8 hours ago, according to the post.
8 hours.
Things don't just post themselves, do they?
But then how the fuck did that go up?
Suzanne, I understand you're angry, but really the language.
Will you fucking stop with the understanding, okay? Look, nobody cares about understanding. What happened, Larry?
I don't know.
How did it go up?
All I know is I wrote it and I uploaded it to Facebook with an only I can see privacy setting. Now, I do that to prove things, to see how they look. And then when I went up to take a look later, it was up. And people are going ballistic.
So take the thing down.
I took it down, but people were already sharing the screenshots. God, I don't know what the hell happened. I'm very careful. I remember checking. I'm going to write something and submit it to the board.
Apparent my ass. That's not good. Apparent. Who the fuck are these people?
I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, the rest of the post is fine. It's even good.
Are you kidding? The rest?
A crime is a crime, even if it is perpetrated by those very servants who are supposed to protect and defend us. All involved need to be brought to trial. We support the peaceful protests taking place and everyone fighting for equality against injustice.
Wait, and in no way do we condone the violence of the riots taking place? What
The violence of the rights?
I meant riots. I was tired. It was a typo.
This is why I needed to write the statement.
Oh, you didn't. Fuck.
How could you write apparent murder?
Yeah, that's like the alleged Holocaust. That's not good, Larry.
I am a lawyer, and crime is traditionally only officially a murder
Okay,
after the verdict.
Time to stop going by the book, okay?
Hold on a minute. Okay. Do you or do you not think George Floyd was murdered? Larry,
Suzanne,
was George Floyd murdered or not?
of course George Floyd was murdered.
Okay, did you think we'd have to wait a year until a verdict? And what if the cops are exonerated by an all-white jury?
Oh, no, please, and don't make this about me.
You wrote the fucking thing.
Fuck it. Now someone's starting a petition to boycott CFCT.
Over this?
Yeah. I can no longer in good conscience work with a group who suggests that the death of George Floyd was fucking...
Oh, I have seen the enemy, and the enemy is us.
They wrote that and somehow it got posted by mistake.
So what do you want me to do? I'll say it's me, but who'll believe it was a mistake?
If you didn't do it, then who did?
I have no idea.
We have to do something.
Anything we say is going to sound like an admission of guilt.
Their true colors are shining through, right? Fuck.
Wow.
It's a mob mentality, absolutely.
Oh, please don't use that word.
Well, that's what it is.
Mob is a racially charged word.
Oh.
You're repeating racist dog whistles.
Look, come on. People make mistakes with words all the time.
They do.
I mean, I heard some CNN reporter refer to gangs of people, and they weren't gangs. I mean, they were a group of protesters.
And I've been seeing excessive enthusiasm that's leading people to attack one another.
You are entitled to your opinion.
Sure, opinion.
Entitled to an opinion on whether this man was murdered or was it a mistake. This is a lynching captured on camera, and we wrote apparent.
Now there's a petition asking people to stop working with us.
Larry.
I told you it wasn't me. Now, do you seriously believe I'm the problem?
You can't open someone's eyes who refuses to see.
But you know me.
You didn't even want to make a statement.
Oh, so after not wanting to make one, you think I'd just go ahead and post one? That I'd write and post something without consulting the board?
Why were you so adamant about wanting to write it, huh, Larry?
Because I am a lawyer. Because I write things all the time. Because I'm cautious, and usually that's a good thing. But this time, a word slipped. I wasn't thinking.
Oh, you weren't.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe somebody got onto the page.
Were you hacked?
Oh, come on now. Who would hack us?
Well, it could be anyone who was upset with us. Jelani's upset with us.
What? No, Jelani has nothing to do with this.
Well, he was angry. Maybe, he helped post shows for us in the past on the site. He had the password. Maybe he told a friend. Anything's possible.
The password hasn't changed?
Oh, we just
No.
keep adding numbers when we have to change the password.
You know, if you were on retainer, you'd probably be fired over this.
I am sorry for putting you all in this position. If you want me to resign, I'll resign.
I think you should resign. You wrote the post. You aren't taking responsibility. Resign. Yes.
I'm telling you the truth.
We don't have to say that you did it. I mean, the statement was written and it went up accidentally.
Oh, really? And who's going to believe that crap?
Do you believe me?
No. I'll tell you. White people have a way of having things always happen by accident. You did it deliberately? No, I don't think so. But the fact is, you did
Look,
it.
we're in a pretty fucked position here.
Okay, I will step down. Things will be easier for the group if I do that.
I think we need to craft an apology.
If you do, short to the point, no fluff stuff.
Well, I don't think you want a lawyer's advice.
I might. Okay. We are distressed by a post that went up on our site. We believe someone may have hacked our page and posted something without our knowledge.
Are we okay with it?
Put it up.
No, I think that's going to increase the distrust toward us.
I agree.
It's important to explain that whatever happened was an error.
All in favor of posting the statement indicating that based on the information we have, we believe someone may have hacked our site.
I think that describes the situation accurately.
Okay, then, here we go.
And the reaction?
Give me a sec. Do Hacked, the musical.
I'm telling you, it was an honest mistake.
Larry, of all people, you're gay, and you didn't see anything wrong with using the word apparent.
Well, I think it was written by the lawyer part of Larry.
Hey, I have complete sympathy for what's happening to African Americans. Gay men were assaulted by police at Stonewall. My brothers and sisters went through this too.
And they didn't die beneath a police officer's knee after nearly 9 minutes. Whatever.
No, Suzanne, no. Persecution is horrible, but nobody has a monopoly.
Excuse me? If someone said the apparent murder of Matthew Shepard, would that stick?
My offer to resign from the board stands.
Ooh, someone else is making us an offer on the site. You guys know Oscar Baker?
Yeah. He did 2 shows with us.
And he sucked.
Apparently, we're the theater that he loves.
Well, that's good.
Oh, no.
Oh, I guess not according to what's coming out of your mouth.
He doesn't just want us to make a statement. He wrote one for us. Look
What
at
does
that.
it say?
He started a petition to get people to tell us to post it.
What does it say?
Says, the theater I love is refusing to acknowledge the blatant murder of George Floyd, yada, 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 and to support the Black community during this time. I love my theater, and my theater is not doing what's right, and that is not okay.
Come on, my theater? The guy had 2 small roles in 2 shows over, what, 5 years?
And his small roles sucked.
There are no small roles, just small actors.
Speak for yourself.
He's up to 225 signatures right now.
Over the past few months of quarantine, many people have said that they can't wait for things to get back to normal. This week, we have all been reminded that what is normal for many means living with injustice and suffering under the condition of white supremacy and institutional racism.
White supremacy?
Should we go with a version of this or write our own statement?
If you let him write one for you, nobody will believe it comes from you.
I'm doing it.
And I think it's appropriate to vote on whether Larry should remain a member of this board.
Don't you just love democracy?
No. No, that won't be necessary.
You've always been there for the group.
And that's why I choose to resign, effective immediately.
Wait, we might as well vote.
No, my apologies.
Larry!
You feel sorry for him?
And for all of us. I mean, look at these.
How in the world did we all of a sudden become the enemy?
Hey, look. If he didn't post it, who did?
Well, clearly somebody's got it out for us. I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, I got to tell you, I'm a big Jelani fan, but...
But what?
Well, it's possible. I'm just saying.
Stupidity.
I mean, then let Jelani deny it, and then we can just cross him off the list, okay?
What list?
He's our biggest success story, and you're gonna try and...
You're sounding like some kind of slave owner right about now, I gotta say. I mean, the man isn't our success. He doesn't belong to us.
Now look, Suzanne, you don't have to be that sensitive.
Fuck off.
Actors are not your possessions, Barnes. Get over yourself for once.
Look, we're under attack here, and I'm just trying to hold the entire group together, and you're...
Attacked? Yeah, and I've had it up to here with all this going on. I mean, my son and I were, and hundreds of protesters were crammed on a damn bridge with billy clubs.
Y'all need to blow off some steam, I know, so just chill.
You chill. You chill yourself, Barnes.
Oh, I do. I get on my plane. And when that landing gear leaves the ground, I'm chill. I'm suspended in midair. That's freedom. You feel liberated, like none of these problems in the world can even touch you.
My backyard is my beach.
You know, you can't just get in a plane or in a hot tub and watch life go away. You know, I really don't think any of you can understand what it's like to know that a policeman can stop you at any time for any reason. They could shoot my kid and just call it self-defense. I thought he was reaching for a gun. And then they can take an unarmed black man and they don't even have to plant a real gun on it. They plant an imaginary gun in his hand, and in the minds of white people, it's real. No, I'm just disgusted. I'm disgusted.
We should talk with Jelani.
You're welcome to without me.
We're one group, aren't we?
This is on you.
Please.
Well, thank you for meeting with us. Look, Jelani, we need to talk to you.
What's up?
We'd like to produce our first straight play by a black writer.
Which play?
Oh, we haven't decided yet.
And we're looking for black directors.
So you're listening.
Well, I emailed a black director I know, and well, he was a no. He wanted to get paid.
Of course he did. Did you email someone else?
Well, I haven't yet.
Yet.
Okay.
If you know anyone in general who might be interested.
Jelani,
I mean, we're really serious about this.
Jelani, there's something else.
Look, Jelani, we had some trouble with a social media account.
Okay.
You used to have the password.
Long time ago. Yeah. And?
You know that every time we change it, we just add a number.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I know. So?
You haven't been on our Facebook page, have you?
Huh?
You don't know what happened, do you?
No, I don't know what happened.
Of course he doesn't know what happened.
Well, Larry, our lawyer, wrote a statement for us that we didn't approve.
Well, then why don't you go and speak to him?
He wrote a statement that expressed our grief over what he also referred to as the apparent murder of George Floyd. He's not our lawyer anymore.
Well, I can see why. Wow, you guys really have lost it over there, haven't you?
No, look, not really. He said he saved it for possible use on our Facebook page, so only he could see it. He wasn't going to post it, but
Someone posted it and it led to a viral tidal wave of discontent.
So what do you want from me?
And I don't think we need to have this conversation.
What conversation?
Hey, look. You mentioned your dissatisfaction with us.
You asked for an honest critique.
Well, did you mention that to anyone else by any chance, or give anyone the password, or by any chance did you just happen to log on and say something?
Barnes. Okay, just say it already. Jelani, they want to know if you hacked the account. If you were angry and you went to the site and you saw this and you wanted revenge.
No one is accusing you.
Well, just fucking did. Give me a break.
No. We just want to rule everybody out.
Okay, so now we go to a high-tech lynching. Is that it? A lynching on social media, and you're taking part.
You see what I tell you? I told them it was ridiculous.
This is definitely not ridiculous.
We just wanted to hear it from you.
Something happens and you go to the oldest playbook in the world. Blame the black man. Cool.
Nobody's blaming anybody.
You know, I acted my heart out for you. I put my soul, my sweat, my tears, my truth into every show. And this is what I get? I'm out.
Wait!
I'm all over your marketing materials. What did you ever even pay me?
Come on, it so happens I get nothing, and I frequently have to pump in my own money. You know we don't make money on these shows. I mean, we're lucky if we break even.
Okay, with your private jet, Barnes.
Now, hold on now.
Sister Suzanne, I mean, how could you?
I thought you'd tell them what I already knew was the obvious truth.
Oh, so now it's my obligation to prove my innocence?
No.
I said from the beginning that this was ridiculous.
I'm going to say this one time and one time only. Do not reach out to me ever again. Don't use my name, my images, my anything in any of your promotional materials. And if you do, you better get a new lawyer.
Jelani.
And please don't say my name ever again.
Well, it's just the process of elimination.
Elimination? I don't think so. This is the process of discrimination.
We are sorry. We owe you an. Please accept our apology.
You owe me nothing. I thought you were my friends. Clearly, I was wrong.
Fuck me.
That was a huge mistake.
You know, this is as good a time as any. I think we all agree we need change.
The world could use a lot of change.
No. I think change within the group could be good. I'd like us to consider naming a new creative director.
Oh, really, kid?
Yeah. Now, I know you've been creative director forever and you've done some good things,
Oh, yeah, I think so too.
but I'd like you all to consider me for a fresh
Oh,
perspective.
I didn't realize we were planning the Cain mutiny this season.
It's not a mutiny.
Look, kid, I don't think you understand the effort it takes.
How can you have change without change? How can you do things a new way if you keep doing them the way you always did?
Oh, listen, I was protesting before you were even a thought in your.
Oh, have you even set foot in a protest lately? And I mean even before the coronavirus.
I haven't. Okay, I don't really think I have to prove my bona fides to you or anybody else.
All right, how about we put this on pause a second?
No. See, now I don't mean to create conflict, but sometimes you just gotta move the fuck on.
All drama shall remain on stage.
The changing of the guard is needed. Period.
Hey, where's Barnes?
You don't think he quit?
Well, he didn't tell anyone that he quit, did he?
Guys, I just want to do the right thing.
Tell you what, I'd vote for you. You know, get some new blood in the game.
You know, he's probably busy.
Yeah.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
Yeah, just being friendly, that's all.
You wouldn't be campaigning now, would you?
Look, we got a new problem. The cast of Rent is revolting.
In what way?
I don't think he meant that as a review.
No, I meant it like it's a revolution.
What happened?
Well, I got an email that Roger quit.
We lost the lead?
Yeah. After the pandemic, I was hoping to be back in a show. I was looking forward to CFCT's production of Rent. Due to a recent post that essentially came out of nowhere, and then the following redaction and refusal to accept responsibility and consequent lack of redemption on the part of the owners, yada, yada, yada. I will not be doing Rent or any more shows at CFCT. I will hold no ill will toward anyone I've worked with on Zoom with Rent.
Sent that to you?
I got the same email from every other cast member. They're all quitting the show.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're posting a manifesto today on the local theater Facebook page.
Well, what did you say to them?
Well, I asked them, could they please attend a rehearsal on Zoom so we could at least discuss it?
Okay, so what are we gonna do?
Maybe we can discuss and take up a vote on leadership changes a little bit later.
No, Amy, I was talking about.
Look, everybody, we're all theater people. I mean, it's like hate is the virus that's tearing us apart now. I mean, Rent's a diverse show, but they're resigning from the very thing we're trying to be, and it makes no sense.
We let them down and they've lost confidence in us.
I know, but we've never been a political theater. I mean, our mission was to entertain. What happened to the love of the art? The theater Facebook pages aren't even about theater anymore. They're all about forcing every group to make some kind of statement and then declaring some kind of victory. I mean, what about the actual craft? Theater people have always been all about the passion to perform, to tell stories, to bring characters to life. And theater's always been about the applause, not about all this attacking.
Well, and that's because it's all about racism and getting our house in order, not just opening our house.
Oh, come on, Suzanne, do you really think that statement was racist?
Do you not?
I think it was wrong, but I don't believe it's evidence of racism on our part. I mean, Larry's a fucking lawyer. It was at worst overly cautious.
And underly zealous? We have to stop protecting ourselves and start protecting people who are being beaten by batons and shot at traffic stops already.
I know this is a different moment.
And then that's what I'm worried about.
You're worried that this is a different moment?
Well, no, I'm worried that all this is to a lot of people is a moment.
I see what she means.
Worry. I worry that at this moment, rage is fashionable and that pretty soon it's going to subside. And then the moment will end and nothing and not much will change. And then the world will go back to worrying about something else. And I will lie in bed worrying about my son and that knee that will quietly creep back to where it was.
The world is just fucked up right now.
And that has always been the excuse for not dealing with racism.
That's true. We go from one crisis to another.
You know, today would have been Breonna Taylor's 27th birthday.
Maybe we could blow out a candle without a cake or something as a show of solidarity.
Life isn't a Tennessee Williams play. We need to get beyond symbolism.
I know people are so angry. I don't know. Maybe they're right, but we're the toy department at Macy's. Yes, there's injustice here and everywhere else, but really, who are we? I mean, let's not make ourselves more important than we are. We're a theater group. We can't solve all this.
Yeah, but what if they were shooting Jewish people in the back, or dragging Irish girls out of cars, or ripping Italian boys' masks off their faces so they could spray them? Who here has taken part in a protest? Just raise your hand. You can't experience what's happening from the couch.
Yeah, I hear you. Life is not a goddamn video game.
But to some cops, it is. They shoot a black man, and to them, he disappears like a dot on a screen. They don't know him. They don't think about his children, his wife, his mother, his kids. To them, he doesn't have a family. He's just a target at the other end of a trigger. You want to know why Rent resigned? They saw this group trying to sit it out, trying to weasel out of accountability. And I challenge you as individuals to try to make a difference. That's why, this is why, exactly why we're being called out as a group. We're talking about doing a show in the Coliseum while Rome burns.
Oh, someone just posted on social media who's standing up for us.
Jules Romer.
We need more allies than him.
Suzanne, could you make a statement online vouching for the group?
Excuse me?
Suzanne, you're African American. It would matter more.
So now this is my responsibility.
Oh, what if our theater group can't breathe right now? What if angry people have their knee on our neck right now? And over what? A stupid social media post.
Please don't equate our problems with the loss of life going on.
I just can't believe people would boycott us because of a post.
Well, how in the hell are we going to get the cash
But
back?
can't we just do a mea culpa and move on?
Oh gosh. White people just want to move on. When we all made lists for the season, how many plays did we pick were by Black writers?
Okay, then we should do a play from the list now.
A play?
We can do a Black History Month thing.
Oh, fuck this.
I just said we could celebrate Black History Month.
Do one play as a token.
Suzanne, I can see that you're in a lot of pain.
No, I'm beyond pain. I'm numb.
Let's do Fences.
Fuck Fences, Barnes. When did all of African American theater get reduced to fences? August Wilson has so many plays. How about Joe Turner's Come and Gone, Two Trains Running, Seven Guitars, Radio Golf, The Piano Lesson, Jitney.
Sorry, but this group is not going to be able to heal the nation.
Yeah, but we can sure as hell help, Barnes.
We don't need to give a statement. Our shows need to make a statement.
Okay, so what? We just cancel Rent?
Hey. What if we post auditions and recast it?
You really think that we can just post an announcement and not address the anger?
Theater's about working together. And now the whole world and all of us are working against ourselves.
I think right now everyone is so angry that they can't even see clearly.
What if they can?
Look, don't get me wrong. What have you done to make things better?
Excuse you? Better for who?
Look, I'm sure you're a wonderful teacher, but you teach in a largely white school, and your husband is white, and
Whoa! Stop it! No, now wait, because I'm married to a white man, and that makes me less black.
You're right. I shouldn't have brought that up.
You know what? I'm going to resign.
Suzanne!
No, I think that's best. I mean, why am I on the board?
Suzanne, no. You're a wonderful actress and singer.
Suzanne, you're one of the best actors in the group.
Really, Suzanne, please don't do that.
You know what? You guys had a small revolt on your hands. I remember Sperber came to me. He was on the board of this good little theater group. It works with a lot of African American actors, and some of them were upset. The group didn't have any African Americans on the board. Would I be interested?
Okay. Suzanne, I understand you're upset, but that is just not the truth.
Isn't it the truth?
No, it's not, Suzanne. That's not who this group is.
No.
Larry asked me for a photograph when he was applying for a grant. He said it's a positive, a point of difference, having a black member on the board.
And it is, but that wasn't the reason.
Why don't we do a black Hamlet
If we find the right actor.
and a black Macbeth?
Suzanne.
No, don't Suzanne me. Don't you talk to me in that supercilious tone like you're lecturing me, Barnes. I'm the most educated person in this Zoom room. I've got a master's degree. Now, come on. Let's do something daring, okay? Let's commit to change and let's be fucking specific.
All right, I'm telling you now. When we find the right actor, we do a black Hamlet.
First the commitment, then the action follows.
You want the best actor to do Hamlet.
And you think there's something wrong with saying we'll cast a
I'm
black
just saying
actor?
cast actors based on auditions, not skin color.
We do colorblind casting all the time.
Will either of you commit to a Shakespeare play with a black lead?
Yes.
Declaring that we're doing a black Hamlet or a black Macbeth, I mean, it's like affirmative action casting. I mean, that's not going to look right either.
And what's wrong with that?
We'd be casting them because they're black, not because they're the best.
We all need to accept that racism is an insidious infection.
I'd prefer we didn't personalize this and make it all about us.
Nobody cares about what you prefer, Karen.
Karen? So now I'm like the woman who called the cops on the black bird watching man? You're comparing me to her?
I'm sure she was a nice person too.
I'm not and have never been Karen.
Your inner Karen is speaking.
Don't call me Karen.
Will you just face up to the fact that even if you think you're liberal, you're blind? You have denied. And furthermore, if you think Karen is an insult, you've already missed the mark. I mean, we all have an inner Karen, just so you know.
Even you?
Well, you need to acknowledge racism's there before you can exercise it.
Look, I think what we're saying is that this fear, it's like the fog of war.
And what side of the war are you on? You are disgracing your diaspora with every word that proceeds out of your mouth, Sperber.
I'm racist?
Are you?
Suzanne, come on. I was marching in civil rights protests while you were still doing high school shows.
I'm sorry. I'm at my wit's end.
I do not believe violence or hatred accomplishes anything but furthering the divide. A bad cop put his knee on George Floyd's neck until he died. It's horrendous. It's an atrocity. But TV replays that moment again and again, and it brutalizes us.
So forcing you to see it is a crime.
I'm with you, and you just compared me to the bitch who called the cops on the man that wanted her dog leashed. Oh, we need to educate each other. And just so you know, my family is mixed race.
Amy, Your entire response is so deeply steeped in privilege. Since you are all down for education, allow me to educate you for a moment. Your family is mixed race. What does that mean? Nothing.
I was talking about educating white people about how we can't possibly understand what it's like to be Black. You are so angry, you don't see who your allies are. The anger and violence just breeds more of the same. I will continue to follow the teachings of MLK, and I will continue to speak up.
Okay. Maybe it's time to adjourn the meeting.
Yeah, ain't it just like an old white man to cut and run?
Now, Suzanne,
Oh,
are you serious?
I'm fed up. I'm fed up. You know what? You have your plane. You can fly off into the wild blue yonder, and all you do is complain about your jacuzzi that is not a jacuzzi and your pandemic paradise, and not one of you has come within 10 miles of a protest.
Suzanne, I can see that you're under a lot of pressure.
Yes, I am. Because my son didn't come home last night, and I was terrified.
Is he all right?
He was out late with a friend. And I thought, what if it happened? What if my son's the next mistake? I got a text this morning and he was with a friend. His battery died. By the time he charged it, it was, I'm drained. I just can't worry about what show to do or what actor quit or social media anymore. And maybe this group isn't for me.
You're an important part of this group.
When I joined, I thought I'd make a difference. And then I just went along and I'm just not feeling this now. I loved working with all of you. I think we've done good work together, but you know what? It's time for me to exit stage right.
shit.
I really don't understand this. For all these years, all these shows, all the late nights, the building sets, the rehearsing, I mean, the fun. What the fuck's going on here?
I think people are afraid.
If only we just put out a perfect statement in the beginning, nothing would have mattered. Wouldn't have made the world a better place, that's for sure, but certainly would have helped us.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
The situation really sucks.
Look,
It's a pandemic and now
yeah, but please don't try to get me to stay with the group.
Suzanne, you're my friend. Maybe even my best friend.
Well, yeah, we've done a lot of shows over the years, me and you, Spur.
Fire and brimstone. Remember when they glued my glass to the table?
And you had to make a toast.
I kept trying to pick up the glass and I picked up the whole table. Oh, those fucking stagehands. I know there's so much hypocrisy out there.
Yeah, lots of bullets to dodge these days.
Everything is complicated. It's not just black and white. Look, you're married to a...
Oh, no. Come on, Spur. Will you stop with that?
Would
Stop.
you let me finish? I was going to say you're married to a good man. Talk to him. Get things off your chest.
All this group does is add stress to my life.
Look, you can't change the world on your own, but you can change this group.
I really, really don't need another lecture from you.
I'm trying to speak to you from my heart.
You want me to?
I hope you always do.
My heart's broken.
No.
You know, when my son turned 13, he told me he was afraid he could go out one day and not come back. I told him that he didn't have to worry about that. He looked at me and he knew I was lying, and I could just see it in his eyes. He knew I didn't believe what I was telling him. He knew I couldn't protect him. And you know what it's like to go to bed while your son's out of the house and wonder whether he'll come back the next day? Not because of a car accident, but because of a cop. I wake up again and again in the middle of the night, and I'm in a panic, and I want to check and see if my son is in his room, but I know I would wake him up. So I look out at the road, and then I can relax when I see his car, and I thank God my son's alive. Every night, another nuclear bomb explodes on some Black family's kitchen table. A mother loses her son. A father loses his boy. This anger isn't new. What's new is that we are genuinely saying no more, and we mean it. I'm tired, Sperber. I'm tired.
You're a successful, accomplished woman.
I'm older now. What good have I done?
You're a wonderful teacher and an actress.
You know, I remember my first Broadway show. I got cast and I liked my director, and there were a lot of African-American actors. And then our director got replaced. The new director started giving me like this ridiculous amount of notes. And I got the message. He didn't want me there. You know, on other occasions, when I've raised issues, I've had directors tell me how lucky I am to be where I am. I had one director tell me I could be waiting tables. I got a master's degree in acting from Yale, Sperber.
I know.
I asked my husband to help me with something during this whole pandemic crap. He says, fine. I say, when? He says, 9 a.m. So 9 a.m. rolls around, and I say, oh, let's go. He says, not now. And I say, but you said 9. And he says, well, I'm doing something else. And I say, you said 9, so I would just shut up, right? Now, I love my husband. And he tries to see the world through my eyes, but he can't. He can't understand how I feel, what I see, how we are tired of literally being yes to death while nothing changes. White people have been telling Black people for centuries, not now. Wait a minute. We'll get around to it. Well, it's now or never. So I asked my husband, I said, do I have to thank a cop every day he doesn't kill someone I love? You know what he said? Statistically, you're safe. You're safe, Sperber, because it wasn't his problem and it isn't his world. And that's when I decided to get a divorce.
A divorce?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, men are from Mars and women are from Venus. And we've been living together in one house on 2 different planets.
You're going to leave your marriage.
If you're going to call for change, you better expect change. I'm not planning on telling him now, especially with all this going on, but when it's over, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Sperber, you really think we got hacked?
No,
Larry probably fucked up.
Larry saved the post. You know I'm no good with computers.
I think everybody knows you know you're aware of that.
No, you're not hearing me.
Hearing what?
Larry didn't post the statement.
Who did?
I did.
You? Come on.
No, my computer is set up so that when I log on to our Facebook page, it automatically takes me to the back end. I saw Larry's post, and I read the first few lines, and then I clicked. I thought I was closing it.
You posted it by mistake?
I tried to take it down. I was going to mention it at the board meeting, but then everything just exploded. And I am no hero, Susan. I'm an actor. I say words that other people write. I play heroes and villains and commoners and kings. I told myself I had to take time and think of what to say. I mean, I was going to take responsibility, but then everybody just got so furious. I mean, if I say that I posted it, that's all they're going to hear. Nobody's going to believe it was by mistake. Nobody's going to care about it was by mistake. You didn't. So what difference does it make? It would be such a shame to lose you over such a stupid mistake.
No, Sperber, it's not the post. My heart's just not in this group. Probably never really was. I mean, I can try to stay and fix things, or I can start my own group.
Start your own group?
Yeah, maybe I'll form the Black Actors Guild, aka BAG. You know, like Papa's got a brand new bag. And we'll do work written by Black writers with Black directors and Black cast and probably Black audience.
That's great. You should do it. But you can also stay on our board with us, right?
Aw, you're such a cute, cuddly teddy bear.
Maybe in today's world, that's not such a good thing.
Maybe.
Thank you.
For what?
For not getting angry at me when everyone in the world is getting angry at everybody else.
Oh, Sperber, you're my friend.
We go way back and way forward.
I hope so.
Hi, guys. We've got to stop meeting like this.
Not a sellout,
Everybody couldn't be here.
not getting a full house at the theater is one thing, but a Zoom room.
Good one. Well, how are things going with all your projects? How are they going?
We're doing an investors night online Tuesday at 9.
Oh, cool. Give us a link, huh?
You know some investors?
We might.
Barnes,
I'll send you the link. So what's up?
Jelani, why do you think we wanted to talk?
To apologize to your Broadway baby.
and we do.
Look, Suzanne quit and she wants to start her own group. We just want to be better partners.
So what do you want from me?
We're genuinely seeking out diversity.
Well, then you have to build a bigger sandbox, son.
We want to ask you to join our board.
You lose your token black board member, so you want to find another one. You guys are really the limit.
We sincerely want to be better.
Stop saying sincerely like it's a sales pitch.
Sorry.
We want to provide opportunities for African American actors. You can help us do that.
I heard some actors are actually boycotting your theater.
Well, over that stupid statement, which was a mistake. We didn't really write it. We didn't even mean to post it.
You wouldn't want a black board member to help fight the boycott.
Jelani, you're well known, respected, and you started here, for Lord's sakes.
Oh, so you did me a favor, so now I should do you one.
Well, that's solid, yeah.
This is something you're gonna have to handle on your own.
Look, they're going after us like we fucking assassinated Lincoln.
Lincoln. You know who they're upset about, and I'm not gonna say his name.
So the fuck are we?
You're really playing the victim card.
I know we lead different lives and we have different experiences, but we're all theater people and we are all in this together.
We're all theater people. Come on, Amy.
Look, I've been going to protest because that's what I can do. I even got hit with a billy club. You want me to show you the mark?
Daryl.
What? You want a medal now?
You know, BLM is a movement on the right side of history. I'm there.
For what?
To do right, to stand up.
Daryl, why do you protest?
Because it's right. Because I'm angry.
This isn't some kind of altruistic cause. You're pissed that the world is fucked up, right? That the older generation pissed away the planet. That's what you're pissed about.
And what's wrong with that?
Not saying there is.
Look, a lot of young people are marching.
A 22-year-old girl died protesting. She was hit with tear gas or something. She had asthma and she died.
Horrible, right?
Horrific.
You forgot to mention something.
Yeah. She was white.
I just can't help you.
We're not just asking you for help. We're asking you to help us help others.
We want to be inclusive, but how the hell is that going to happen if we're just a bunch of white people?
African Americans won't even audition.
Yeah, we all have to go through a few thorns to get to the rose.
You know, after I went to 3 callbacks for a role I really wanted and I didn't get, I had someone tell me every rose has its thorns. A lot of people have been telling us that, saying that to African Americans for centuries. Well, let me tell you, we're tired of whites getting the rose and blacks getting the thorns. We're tired of tomorrow. The fact is, decades after schools were supposed to be integrated, the stage is still segregated. Memphis is black and Wicked is white and Mormon is just plain racist. The fact is, I'm tired of playing the white man's Tonto, the black Tonto to some guy's Lone Ranger. I'm tired of singing for my supper. You don't need me to cast black actors. I can refer some and some directors, but this is your show and I don't want to be a symbol on your board.
We aren't looking for a symbol.
This is a game, a strategy for you, not for me. No, this is my life.
Yes, we know.
You said you wanted to apologize. I'm not here so you can apologize to me. I'm here because you thought I could help you. Well, I can't. You made your bed. Now sleep in it.
Well, you're on Broadway because of us.
You know what I learned from you? I learned to hold my tongue, to listen to you lecture and nod. I'm done.
Yo, have you ever thanked us?
Have you ever thanked me?
Thank you, Jelani.
Find your path. Find your path. And just so you know, I already talked to Suzanne. She asked me, she asked me what was going on. I told her what was going on, and she asked me to join her new group, and I will. Listen, did I enjoy the opportunities that I had here? Yes, but that was then. This is now.
Oh, well, that went well.
Compared to the Hindenburg or the Titanic.
I mean, Barnes, are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, look, even if you agree with people, they attack you. You lift your head up and wow, the bullets go flying by. It doesn't really matter what you say. It's just that people are incredibly sensitive.
What are you referring to?
The way people go after this guy. The toxic brew of hate and anger on social media.
Barnes, this diatribe you're getting on about right now, it's starting to sound a lot like Jules Romer. You, Jules Romer?
Don't be ridiculous.
None of us have ever met him, and we've never seen him.
He's audience.
He's not in our database.
Well, it's an audience member's alias, so we don't know who he is when he posts.
Wait, is he?
Jules Romer. It's a variation on Romeo and Juliet, isn't it?
Ah,
The guy doesn't exist. You.
no, hasn't he been on the site for years?
Is Jules Romer your alter ego?
Let's just leave this one alone, okay?
Barnes, he's your evil twin.
Or maybe he's the good twin and you're the evil one.
Okay, you got me. A while ago, I created an anonymous alter ego to make certain statements on social media.
So you created a social media doppelganger?
And I'm glad I did, or there'd be nobody advocating for us right now.
Oh, this is so depressing. Our biggest fan is us.
I look at it more as a character I created in a play.
Life isn't a play.
Of course it is, but it's bigger than Broadway.
Thanks, Barn. How does everybody feel about voting to disband?
Let's vote.
Well, you are well dressed.
Ah, from the waist up.
Well, I get dressed up just to get my takeout deliveries.
So I hope Spurb isn't boycotting just because of me.
Oh, you're good with Spurb. He loves you.
No, I think he's probably just running a little late.
Yes, retirement takes 25 hours a day.
I hear you've been staying pretty busy.
I've been doing divorces.
Is that your specialty?
It is now.
Yeah,
You
that's
take what
do.
you can get.
Yeah, that you do.
So, Suzanne just up and quit.
Well, she's starting her own theater group.
Well, she could still serve on the board.
It's a question of time.
So you want me back on the board?
That'd be nice, but it's not the reason for the call.
No, there could be backlash.
We've decided to disband.
What?
I mean, we can't do shows now anyway.
Well, you can't just quit.
Everybody hates us.
Except Jules Romer.
Let's not get into that.
The entire cast for a show quit. That's most of the people that we work with.
Yes. But the demise of Rent could be a blessing in disguise.
How's that?
It's the usual suspects.
Oh, we were a good theater all these years.
Yeah, but maybe we weren't as good as we thought.
Suzanne.
Hello. Jelani's on his way.
Hey,
Yo!
Look, we're disbanding.
So, what? Wait,
We just thought
I'm
we should
thinking
tell
you
you
said
guys
a new
first.
season dedicated to August Wilson. That's the big news?
I wish, but no, we're telling everyone that we've decided to disband.
Ah, yeah. I think it's a mistake.
Join the club.
It's pretty clear we're coming to the end of the road.
Yeah, at the moment, I'm not even sure people want to be entertained.
you do what you got to do.
Uh-huh.
Well, we hope you'll come see our work,
We changed our name.
The Bridge.
Bridge.
Yeah. The bridge. Okay. After my son and I did a protest on the Manhattan Bridge, and we talked about the Edmund Pettus Bridge, then he said, we're trying to build bridges and they're trying to break them down. And then all came together, and that's where I got the name, and I like it.
It's The Bridge.
Yeah, shit.
Everything okay?
Well, I just got a text from Sperber's daughter. She said he went to a protest and I think he got infected.
How do you feel, Spurb?
I'm alive.
Oh, well, that's good.
Let's hope.
Your daughter said they were deciding whether or not to intubate you.
Oh, well, Larry saved my life.
I did.
I told them they better not let me die. I'm friends with a med mal lawyer.
Ah, I don't do much med mal anymore.
Thank God they didn't know.
You're a good man.
Charlie Brown? Okay, your turn. Pick a broad show title that begins with the letter B.
Bat out of hell.
Hamilton.
That was easy.
I really appreciated all the flowers. Although, you know, next time, if there is one, chocolate.
Of course, of course.
I probably wasn't fair to you.
Please don't pity me.
Oh, I forgot. You're white. Black people aren't allowed to be white people. What am I thinking?
I'm an old white guy. Next to global warming, we're the biggest threat to the world.
Thought you were going to ride the pandemic out at home.
Well, I was. But I was walking around the house, reciting Shakespeare monologues as usual, and I got to Mark Antony's monologue.
An honorable man.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones.
What does that have to do with anything?
I kept saying that speech over and over again, but there was something about those first few lines that bothered me. And then I started thinking, Shakespeare is wrong. The good that men do lives after them. The evil is interred with their bones. And I watched those crowds of protesters marching by.
So you went out and joined them.
People are writing their own plays, expressing themselves, trying to change the plot of this country. And I felt I had to be there. So I put on my mask and I marched. I'm a child of the 60s. We messed up the world. We need to fix it. And I didn't want to miss out.
You got FOMO?
Say what?
You got the fear of missing out.
It had nothing to do with me telling you that you all are watching from your armchairs.
Well, a bit of that.
I'm so sorry.
Look, I'm not dying, all right?
Promise?
You know, for years, I've been doing theater on stages. I had to play a role, even as an extra, in the biggest, greatest show on earth.
Oh, let's be clear. That ain't a show out there.
You marched for me, didn't you?
You know I'd do anything for you.
I know.
How did you two meet?
Oh, I met my first husband in a show, and he was Sperber's best friend.
Great actor. Great guy.
He became a lawyer, did community theater on the side. He died in a car accident on the way home from a show.
Theater folks.
I told my husband I wanted a divorce.
What did he say?
I know. We're going to talk about it and maybe we can work it out.
Hey, look, guys. We voted to disband, so this kind of looks like adios.
This could be our last time we Zoom.
You know, I never thought I would outlive this group.
How close was the vote?
3-1.
I didn't want to quit.
What if Larry and I rejoin the board now?
It's a little late.
But what if we did a new vote and we voted not to disband?
Yeah, well, I'm afraid I haven't changed my mind.
Neither have I.
It hurts me, but maybe it's time.
I disagree.
It'd be a tie.
But if Jelani joined,
You want me to join and cast the deciding vote.
If you'd like.
You realize I could vote to disband.
Yes, you could, but that's the risk we'll take.
All right.
All in favor of continuing the Cayuga Falls Community Theater, raise one hand.
Jelani.
Give me a second.
Goodbye.
Before I vote, let me explain why. A theater teacher who basically adopted me, who saw a promise in me when nobody else did, passed away last week. He had confidence in me when other people saw a troubled kid and a troublemaker. Fact is, he saved my life. After he died, I thought, what would he want from me? He'd want me to be to Black kids what he was to me.
Which I'm sure we'd like to do, but we haven't.
It would be nice if you did.
You want us to?
It'd be nice. I'd like you to, and I hope you consider it, but will you? Is it up to me to tell you what to do? Maybe you will, and maybe that's not your mission, but you have a mission.
Yeah. Our mandate has been to entertain.
so be true, be more, be better.
Maybe aim for more than an evening's entertainment now and then.
Now and then.
I hope you'll try.
Hey!
Whoa, we could do a Black Hamlet or Macbeth.
We'd have to cast somebody.
No.
How do you feel?
Like opening night.
Listen, we're gonna have to figure out an opening show.
Network.
No.
Rent.
Larry,
Yes.
you should know something. I sort of went into the site and posted your thing by mistake.
Wait, what? So it was your fault all along?
Not entirely.
No?
Well, I noticed the post before the meeting.
You didn't say anything?
No, I didn't.
Why?
Wanted to destroy the group?
No. See, I was going to take the post down, but then I thought, if I take this down, everything goes back to the way it was. Maybe we'll nibble around the edges of change, but nothing significant will change. So what if I leave it up?
So you wanted people to pressure the group.
A little bit.
Now that we voted, may I resign from the board?
Yeah.
What if I refuse to accept your resignation?
How about we vote on new creative director?
You really want to try, kid?
Yes.
But I direct 3 shows and I get input.
Oh my God, whatever.
Okay.
You know, we did do some good shows together. We did.
I think so.
You know, I cannot wait until this whole COVID thing is done. I miss human beings.
Everybody, reach out to the person in the Zoom box next to you, like we're in a big circle.
Oh.
Everybody do it.
Kumbaya.
Fuck kumbaya.
All right, on 3. Fuck kumbaya.
1, 2, 3.
Fuck kumbaya.
Thank God.
Wow, thanks guys. That was amazing. And now let me welcome back the cast of The Statement. Ed Altman, Atticus Cain, sorry. Michele Cannon, Albert Insinnia, Chaz McCormack, Dan Purcell, and Deborah Kruel Rupy. Amazing, guys. That was fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. The director, J.D. Glickman, sent me an email this morning. He wants me to read a statement that he wrote for tonight. So I'm just going to read it to you now. It's really short. So he says, "Thank you for attending and being part of yet another discussion that is so very necessary while we continue to find ourselves at a historic crossroads, fighting each other over our different points of view and opinions rather than slowing down enough to truly embrace our differences is something that we as humans have yet to overcome. I hope this play, at a minimum, sparks all of your imaginations to find the opportunity to engage in conversation and to engage in action. All of us, as human beings, have just a short period of time on this planet. As my grandmother Billy always told me, Jeffrey, keep the faith. Just keep keeping the faith. And that I do. I hope all of you keep the faith in yourselves, each other, and our ability to achieve change." That was J.D. Glickman. So thank you, guys. All right, let me bring it, I don't know, some other direction now. I'm just gonna say, come back next Thursday, where we're doing a production of Cafe Resistance by Roberto Monticello, and it's directed by Alyssa Moira. And again, thanks for your donations, and feel free to give what you can to small theaters. We do definitely need your help. And thanks, guys, for coming back every week. Spread the word and just keep coming back. I really appreciate it. I miss people. Be safe.